Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Ooni of Ife is alleged to have summoned all Ifa priests and council of chief to an emergency meeting. Now, top on the agenda is seeking the interpretation of the custom tradition regarding sending wives away, even when they have done something that is really bad. Now, it's not a small thing, though. You know that. I will not forget. I will continue to say this, that from what we are hearing, if all the information we keep hearing on social media is the truth, is that they have said this time and time again that, this issue with Queen Naomi returning back to the palace is it's not going to be a tea party affair. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a whole lot. There will be so much problems. And, we are beginning to see this, play out one after the other because there's so much wahala already. So much problems going on already right now. Because of this back and forth movement with the tradition and custom that is centered on why a king must not send his wife away, especially the blue-blooded, as we are hearing, that is against their tradition. Ooni of Ife, of course, they said has decided, allegedly, as we are hearing, to summon all of the Ifa priests to come, that he's seeking interpretation to this custom and tradition. And that time and time again, you get to see people who call him out and say that he's not following the custom and tradition and all of that, of this, of that. And there are things like this that are like a no-brainer. How is it possible that if somebody does not feel safe with a particular wife or husband, you cannot send them out? Is there any way something like that happens? And they say that is why he summoned all of these people on an emergency meeting. And now, as this is happening, we are hearing that people like Iyamifa, that she cannot be there, she cannot talk. The reason is because she's not a Nigerian, and she is not even a Yoruba descendant. Like she may be a Yoruba descendant, but she's not of the Ile-Ife, so she has no right to talk. But they say behind closed doors, she is telling the Ooni of Ife that this agenda is meant to stop what is about to happen at the end of the month. That the agenda is just there to disrupt everything. And remember that there is a king that said has come out to tell Ooni of Ife not to listen to detractors because of what that king has seen, that these are the things that are likely to happen, that Ooni of Ife is going to have to struggle and fight and fight and fight and fight over what is going on. So now they said they summoned all the Ifas, and now the Ifas priests they came, that the interpretation that some were interpreting pro-Oni, some were interpreting anti-Oni, and the ones who are interpreting anti-Oni are the ones that have been fed, like their pockets are full, they are with them, they just don't want this to happen. They don't want this progression to continue. They just want to destabilize the Ooni of Ife and destabilize Olori Naomi and get Queen Naomi to a point where, she might now get scared and say that she is not coming again. Everybody is saying to her that she needs to be very, very strong to understand that this whole thing that is happening against her return to the palace. And Ooni of Ife is working. They say if you should have seen wahala in the palace of the Ooni of Ife, that if a priest say na blow remain, say they nearly throw blow, because you know that in every facet of life you have people who are pro and people who are anti, sorry. And so they said they wanted to throw blow, the anti they wanted to throw blow. That if you say if a priest we calabash, this one is shouting this side, this one is shouting this side. What do you mean? What is this? What that? And now the whole thing has gone political. But right now, let me tell you something. You do know that time and time again, they have told the Ooni of Ife, if the information we are hearing is the truth, that this thing that is happening with Olori Naomi, that it's a territorial fight. Now, there's no battle that is as fierce as a territorial battle. When people are just there who will work and do everything in their power to make sure that you do not return to their land. This is exactly what is going on right now. It's not because Queen Naomi has done anything wrong or because what they don't want her. Why do they not want her? They don't want her prayers. Why do they not want her? Because she's born again. Why do they not want her? Because she is shielding the Ooni of Ife. They even said it. They say, I'm going to come back to that gist where an Ifa priest, one of them, came out and said that it is because Queen Naomi is shielding the Ooni of Ife. That is why they don't want her. They just want to take the man out. And if Ooni of Ife, that has the power and the authority, allows that to happen, it will be happening to his own detriment. He should weigh the pros, he should weigh the cons of Queen Naomi not returning back to the palace. That you see these people that are sitting here, that if you allow them, they will send that lady on an exile. They have not sent her because they have not been able. You know that she is a prayerful woman. She is a woman of God. So it's been very, very difficult for them to kind of operate the way they would want to operate. And this man is said to like that they don't want Olori Naomi because of the shield that she is giving to the Ooni of Ife. They said the wahala say elders were divided into facts. Like the elders right now in the palace, they are all in support of Olori Naomi's return. They want this thing to happen as soon as possible. But because the traditional aspect and political aspect played in, that those elders that were out of the palace before, that they have come back again into the palace. So that they have come back, and when they came back, they started their wahala. That was what they stood for from the very beginning. This is not supposed to be like that. This is not supposed to be like that. Everybody knows that Yoruba people have very rich culture and tradition. That Kabiyesi, who is supposed to be the custodian of that tradition, cannot be working towards, not keeping the tradition. They said they blah blah, they blow. And he said the wahala was just too much. At the end of the day, they said some of the Ifa priests, they read the custom and tradition, how the Ile-Ife they are supposed to do right from the days of John the Baptist, how this was happening, how that was happening. The other ones, the pro-Oni, they came back, right from that, the same time of John the Baptist, this is happening right from the time of Ududuwa, rather, okay? With due respect. And so they said it was a whole lot. A whole lot, as we are hearing allegedly, as it is rumored. They say the chaos, the wahala, as Oni, they said at the end of the day that the Ifa priest, they said Oni was doing the right thing, and Oni would have to continue doing what he's doing, and others were fighting and fighting. That it was chaos that scattered the entire meeting. That meeting did not go well at all. Everybody, they were just fighting left, right, and center. Going to bring you more update. Appreciate you so much. Thank you.